So, part 1 of the 1973 Sears ss16 restromod video series slash whatever. A couple engine options is this Kawasaki from a golf cart. The clutch is stuck on it, so that's a problem. I have some stuff in there soaking to make it come off, but we'll have to see if that actually happens. The other option is this Honda, and this is the one that has a gearbox on the side, and if you pull that gearbox off, well, you can't because it goes right into the engine, as you can see by right there. So that ain't gonna work. So to make this work, I will have to get a rebuild kit for it, just for the crankshaft, and then a side cover. So that's probably what's going to end up happening. Otherwise, I have a couple other engines, but I really want to use this one in here. So I'm going to try to get a video on actually tearing this apart this time. So here it is. So it is now tore completely apart, well, for the most part. After I shut the other camera off, I also made an attempt at taking the steering wheel off, and when I say attempt, I actually mean by cutting it off, and that didn't even work. Usually what I do is I just cut it along here, and I shove something in there and I pry it apart, and then it slides off, but this one, it's just on there so good. As you can see, it's so rusty around there. Even with hammering something in there, it doesn't do anything. Alright, so I got a little bit done on the tractor. Biggest thing I got done was belt sanding the front nose of the hood. The black I left, I haven't took out the inserts or nothing yet, but the black, that just needs a mild sanding, and I'll just paint over that. And the rest of this, what I always do to make this turn out, this works on like the dash. Well, dashes are a little bit hard because they're kind of odd shaped. But on the nose cone, the best thing is you just sand it all down to the bare fiberglass and start over. Otherwise, it just won't look nearly as good. This way, it's nice and smooth. I would, however, recommend just going over it with just a regular sander or hand sander, and before you paint it, because it'll probably still show a little bit of gouges from the belt sander, since they're kind of known to do that. So I got that big mess to clean up. There's the half of the hood. I need to get another hood for it, which I have actually, so I use that hood on it. There's a couple things painted. Still using rattle can, since I have a ton of those left of yellow. So I bought all kinds of them the one time. So this will be the last tractor with rattle can paint until I actually get into real automotive paint, because I can actually get the OEM yellow that matches like that right there, and even add like metallic to it if I want. It'll be clear coated and probably actually better than the factory paint. Really good stuff. Yeah, so that'll be in the future. I have a really cool blue picked out that is going to match like the blue tractors really good. So I can't wait to see that. So anyway, more coming soon. Alright, it looks a little bit different than last time you saw it. It's wire wheeled for the most part and ready for paint. The stuff that's on there, I wasn't really going to bother trying to get that off because it really doesn't matter as long as the main color that's beneath it is yellow. If you do a pretty good job repainting it, it should last for a while at least. It's too much work than what I really want to do anymore of actually getting it 100% down to bare metal, kind of like looking like that. I used to do that, but it's too much time. So these are pretty good. The inside I really didn't do a whole lot since that's not really out in the elements like the outside is. A couple of things are already painted. Here's some stuff that's already painted. That's that. Here's the nose cone. That's already painted. And so far this is all in the same day. I took it apart today and things are already getting painted. I have no idea how that happened, but I just brought this up front to the hose and pressure washed it. And then by the time I got back, picked up my huge mess here, it was already dry. I wiped it down and it's already ready for paint, and it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon now, so yeah, this one's coming along good. And I do have to, maybe I'll grab my forklift for this, is I need to clean off that transmission since that's going to get used in there. That thing is filthy. The last thing I did with this, which was actually about 2 years ago, and then I pulled the engine out to use for something else, is I actually mowed the backyard, which at the time was all full of these weird weeds and all kinds of stuff, and there's still debris from that. Thought that was kind of funny. So yeah, next time you see this, it'll be painted. So everything is all painted. I moved that stuff over here just so that there's no dust that gets on it. Front frame, I could have did a little bit better job with it, I think. Right here, it doesn't look too good, but you don't really see that. And that won't really be too bad, I don't think. Fenders look pretty good. Front nose, I think I already showed you. Dash, since the steering wheel didn't come off, I just decided I'll just paint the dash when it's on the tractor. So what I'll probably do for that to avoid it from getting scratched up along here is I'll actually get the frame assembled and then bolt the dash back down and then just cover up everything and just paint it. The side covers, those look halfway okay. The inside doesn't look too good, but that's the inside. So the next time you see this, it should be getting put together.